Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am so excited for today's video because I picked up some new things from Sephora and there may be some new holy grails. I wasn't expecting to do a Sephora haul, but I picked up some things and we have quite a few new ones to try. We have a lot of skincare, we have a lot of complexion, as well as a new eyeshadow palette to try out, and I was quite surprised by some of the items I used. Now you guys, before we jump into it, if you're new here, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below, hit the bell for notifications of new videos, and if you like this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. But if you want to see how I got this look using quite a few new things from Sephora, just keep watching. Okay, so I picked up a few things from Sephora. It's not a full face. I'm gonna have to supplement in with a couple things that are in my collection already, which I will link down below in case you wanna know the additional things I add. But there's some things that I saw and I was like, ooh, I really wanna try these out. One of the first things is the Dominique Cosmetics Essential Palette. Beautiful packaging. I love how simple and sleek it is. Just a very neutral shade. It's like a nice thick acrylic, and then there's no details for like the shades on here, but when you look inside, there is a nice mirror. I do need to take the protective layer off of there, but then these are the shadows, and I absolutely want to swatch these for you. They are very beautiful and light and something that you could wear to work, or if you just want to glam it up, because there are some deeper shades. Like Fearless looks like it is a matte black, or maybe a matte black with brown undertones, and then you've got the gold and champagne shimmery shades. So, you know, of course I need to swatch them for you so we can have an idea of what the palette is like before I go and try and do an eye look. Okay, you guys, looking at these swatches, the shimmers are absolutely stunning. They were so buttery smooth. The shade Grateful is really pretty, a very like pinky purpley shade, which I kind of want to use that today. And then Pretty Kind is the champagne shade. Now the mattes were a little more difficult to swatch, and that happens sometimes just because shimmers are easier to swatch. But you guys, this palette is beautiful. I love the shades that are in here, and I'm looking at the color story. I'm kind of wanting to play with this purple shade right here and then some of the deeper shades along with Grateful. So let me go prime my eyes and I'll be back so we can start playing with some eyeshadows. Okay, so the first shade I'm going to go into is Me Amo. It's a very pretty like mauve-y pinky purple shade. So I'm going to keep it more pinky toned and probably pretty simple. I just want to get a feel for the palette itself. This shade is blending out so nicely. It's definitely a shade that I could wear to work because I like to keep like pale pinks and light champagne shades as my like everyday look for work. And then if I want to get home and smoke it up a little bit without having to transition my makeup too much, I can. I'm just going to bring it down a little bit in the outer corner. Like I said, I'm going to keep it pretty simple, so I think this is going to be 3 or 4 shades to get a look. I'm going to use the shade Fearless. This one looks like it is a matte black. When I swatched it, it doesn't look like it has a lot of brown undertones. It's just a flat matte black, which I appreciate because you can smoke it out and make it a little more like smoky eyed or deepen it up, and it's just full on glam. So I'm gonna just start lightly and see and just kind of get it into like the gray tones a little bit, especially for that shade Grateful. I also don't want to blow it out too much. Kind of like a soft glam smoky eye. But I also picked up some really nice things from Sephora that I want to try out. I say nice, I haven't tried them yet. But I keep seeing them all over like Instagram and Facebook, or not Facebook, Instagram and TikTok. And I'm like, ooh, I want to try some of these things out. So we have it kind of like a soft glam with the mauve pink. I don't know that I want to go like too dark, but I will bring it in a little bit. I'm going to go into the shade Grateful, which is that purpley shade. This one, I think I'm going to pick up on my pointer finger and put it just in the inner, like the center. Ooh, that is really pretty. So like a icy purpley silver. And now I'm gonna use the shade Pretty Kind. I'm gonna put this in the inner corner. I just hope it doesn't overpower Grateful. Let's see if I can pick it up on a dry brush real quick. Just kind of finesse it right here in the inner corner. I don't know that I needed that, but it is really pretty. All right, let me do this eye and I'll be back because I have a lot of face products. Okay, you guys, so for the eye look, I think that you get like a soft glam look, kind of smoky eyed, but it's not so opaque that just one dip in, you're gonna get like raccoon eyes, which I appreciate. And then the palette itself is really pretty. I love the nude neutral shade on here. It is beautiful, just aesthetically pleasing. I do like that about some packaging. Sometimes you get the bright colors and you're like, ooh, I'm drawn to that. But then you get the neutral palettes and they're just soft and neutral toned. I appreciate that. Now, I do have a couple other things that I picked up. I thought I purchased this, but I actually looked at my order and I got sent this, and it's actually a really big trial size. This is the Glossier Futuredew Oil Serum Hybrid. I was thinking about trying this, but then I also have a primer and I have a Pore-Smooth Blur Drops. So I might hold on to this for the next time. I was trying to get some details on it, but my app doesn't want to like load. I want to say this is supposed to be like a glowy oil serum that like in the winter would help me for my hydration. I'll hold on to it for now. But I did pick up the Glow Recipe Strawberry BHA Pore-Smooth Blur Drops, which is pore refining and blurring. First off, I really like this packaging. It's very smooth and sleek. It doesn't look like you have a whole lot of product in here. This has 30 milliliters or so, 1 fluid ounce. But let's see. Blur pores instantly, control excess oil, and visibly reduce pore size with this all-in-one treatment and primer, packed with a mattifying blend of tapioca and rice, encapsulated BHA and strawberry enzymes to smooth skin's texture. Okay, so use as a pore treatment or a blurring primer. So there's that. And then I also picked up the KVD Lock-It Pore-Refining Primer. This one minimizes the look of pores instantly over time, hydrating, blurring, makeup extending, infused with rice water and green lentil. Maybe if I had thought about this, I would have done like an Instagram poll, but I've really been wanting to try this, so I think I'll save this for the next video. This is also 30 mil, so they both have the same amount. Couldn't tell you how much it costs because I can't open my app, but I'm interested to see what this looks like. Okay, so that's what it looks like. It just kind of looks like, I say it's my Complex Culture one. It doesn't have like a strong scent, which is nice, but I'm gonna put that mostly right there on my lines. I'm gonna press it in right there a little bit. You know, my favorite like lines on my forehead. But I'm just gonna tap the rest of it in. It does get a little like tacky. I'm interested to see how this turns out. Now, I don't usually do a new primer, concealer, and foundation all at once, but we're going to. And I also have a cream product, which I need to remember to use. Okay, I really wanted to try this out. This is the Laura Mercier Real Flawless Weightless Perfecting Foundation, and I have it in the shade 4C0 Chestnut. I like the packaging. It's very, it's glass, and it feels like it's got a little bit of weight. We have a pump on this foundation, which is nice because I hate when I have a pour bottle and then I can't control how much I use. I'm interested to see if this is the right shade. But before I jump into that, let's talk about the other products that I have. That way I'm not letting my makeup sit there and start getting creasy because I don't like that. I also picked up the Dior Forever Skin Correct. This is the new concealer from them in shade 2N. And that's what the doe foot looks like. That is a hefty doe foot. but this had phenomenal reviews. So I was just like, ooh, I really, really, really want to try it. And then the cream product that I picked up, this one, I think I just got like the mini size because I didn't know if I was gonna love it. This is the Milk Sculpt Stick in Stoked. So this is what it looks like. Hopefully is my right shade. I'm just gonna start with like a small pump and see. I want to say this was like medium to full buildable coverage. Okay, it's actually a pretty good shade match. Sometimes it's hit or miss, but I do like Sephora's app when I select my shades. I can go, okay, this is my favorite concealer, or this is my favorite foundation. This is the shade I use it in, and see if it matches. So far, so good. I can see some of my spots through here. We do still have concealer, which I'm not worried about. And that's only one layer so far. But so far, it looks like one pump works on my cheek. It's also not like a huge pump. It's kind of a smaller pump size when I pump it out. Okay, so between two pumps, I got cheeks here. I still need to do my nose. So maybe what, 3 pumps gives me my first layer. And I don't do a lot of like Sephora hauls. Usually I'm only picking up like 1 or 2 things that I like at a time. There were so many that I wanted to try out. Okay, 1 layer. I can still see my dark spots through here. It kind of looks like it's falling into my line right here. And I can see my dark spots on my forehead. We'll do 1 more pump, see if I can get some coverage. So far, so good. I don't think, I mean, it covered it a little bit more. It does still need to be set. I do have concealer. Now, I think I'm gonna do the Milk Sculpt Stick first, shade Stoked. I may have gone too low on that one. Whoops. And I tend to use my contour brush. See if this works. With a brush that is blending out so beautifully. I was skeptical. So different. Actually, I could probably use a little bit more like right there and into the hairline. Yeah, that was my fault. I went too low. What's crazy is I thought it was pulling my makeup. It's not. Like it's blending in and like warming up just enough. Okay, I've got both of my brushes in my hand. I could probably go in a little bit more, but I don't want to like overdo it. My pores actually look really smooth. And even then, like just right through here, I really like that. I'm using that a lot. And then of course the concealer. I am using my Laura Mercier Ultra Blur Translucent. Figured we're using the foundation, we might as well use some powder from her. This monstrous doe foot. I'm gonna start on one side because I don't know necessarily like how quickly it dries down. The true test is gonna be when I put powder on it, but look at this eye compared to this one. It looks so smooth. Do you see that? Okay. Okay, you guys, I already have an opinion and I think I really like how my skin's turning out. Have you tried any of these products? And if so, what are your thoughts? Or do you want to pick up these products and try them out? Because I wanted to try them, but I didn't necessarily know that I wanted to try them all together. And wow, they're just doing it. I really like how my skin is looking right now. I can see a little bit of my pores right through here, but that could just be me seeing it because I know they're there, but I still like how my skin looked. I will, of course, play around with these items by themselves with other things and see, do I like the primer more than I like the foundation? Do I like the foundation with a different primer? Do I like the concealer with different foundations? It's not science, but you know, there's certain combinations that do work well together. And so far I like how my skin looks. We do still have the rest of the video to get through. Let's go ahead and finish off the under eye before I move on to everything else. I'm gonna go into the shade Me Amo, and on my tiny little pencil brush, this is gonna go the entire length. Mind you, I only used 2 different matte shades under the eye, and the other one is like the grayish black. So I'm gonna build this up a little bit more than I would normally because it's the only shade. And I have a feeling I'm gonna be reaching for this palette tomorrow when I go to work. Now going into the shade Fearless. Also gonna start on my little pencil brush, but then work my way into my compacted smudger because I don't want too much underneath the eye. See if we can deepen up this outer V a little bit. So if you're someone that wants to learn how to do smoky eyes, but you're afraid of dark matte black shades, this might be the palette if you're trying to learn. Especially if you don't want to have like the raccoon eyes. The other key is start slow and build. Okay, I don't have bronzer or blush, but I do have highlighter and lip product. So I think I'm gonna go do bronzer, blush, eyeliner, brows, and I'll be back for a highlighter and lips. Okay, makeup is almost done, but we of course need some highlighter, and I actually picked up something new from Caliray. I love their primer. It's phenomenal. It is completely sold out on their website, Sephora, anywhere it's sold. I can't freaking find it. If you have found it, let me know because I want to repurchase it. But this is the Caliray Highlight Beach Gleamy Hybrid Feels Highlighter. Clean Wet Tech Highlighter Compact. That is a freaking mouthful. And this is in the shade Starlight Beach. First off, the packaging is so cute. There is not a mirror in here, but look how beautiful that highlighter is. And I haven't even swatched it. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna just tap it onto, that is beaming. Absolutely beaming. I don't know that I needed to dip more to it, but I did. Because I still have some on my finger. Like from when I swatched it, it's still like dispersing product. What in the actual heck? A very bold statement, but this might be my new favorite highlighter right now. I do need to do my brow bone. I'm just gonna dip in so slightly. You could probably see this from outer space. And actually, I wonder if the deeper shade would also be really pretty. I might need to pick it up too. This is also gonna go in my inner corner because I forgot that I didn't do anything in my inner corner. Now, one last thing, and it is lips. I picked up the Hourglass Unlocked lipstick. I got it in the shade Tide. Okay, so I went ahead and grabbed a lip liner I think will match this shade. I got the I Love Myself from Real Her Beauty. So Real Her Expert Advice Lip Liner. They look similar. Okay, so this is a very nude shade. I'm interested to see what this looks like on the lips. It's very, very pale. I might need a deeper shade. Like when I was pale, this might have been the shade that I go for. Maybe if I do a deeper lip liner next time, but it is very pale. And this was the shade Tide. I like it. But you guys, this is the final look, and I actually quite like how my makeup turned out. This highlighter, oh my, it is so beaming and icy and just stunning. Absolutely stunning. I will probably be reaching for this highlighter a lot. I might have to tone it down a little bit for work, but it is beautiful. I really like it. You guys are gonna have to let me know what you think of the products that I tried. There are some very surprising things in here, and I didn't really have any fails, which I'm surprised about. So the Essential palette, which I really like the color tones in here. You have some really pretty neutrals. The shimmers are absolutely stunning. I'm really excited to play around with like the tan shades. Swatches weren't great, but that doesn't mean that the color payoff isn't gonna be there when I use it on my eyes. As for the primer, my pores look a little blurred. It did say that it over time will help, but they don't look horrible. But it could also be the foundation. So KVD Locket plus the Laura Mercier, what is this, Real Flawless Weightless Perfecting Foundation. These two together, along with the concealer from Dior, which I'm so surprised about. My under eyes look so nice right now. This is the Forever Skin Corrector. And then this one. I might actually have to buy a bigger size because I think this is just the mini, because I wasn't sure if I was gonna like it. The Milk Sculpt Stick in Stoked. I actually really like how it turned out. I was a little low on this side, that was my fault. But the payoff and the blendability, even with a brush, was just so nice. I think that's everything new that I tried, with the exception of the lipstick. Now for products that I need to try, the Glow Recipe Strawberry BHA Pore-Smooth Blur Drops. I'm interested to see how this works on my skin, using it as a primer and a blurring serum. And then of course the Glossier Futuredew Oil Serum Hybrid, which this was a trial size. Look how big that is for a trial. So I'm gonna try this out, and they will be used in future videos. I will see what I think of them and let you guys know. But you guys, that's it for this video. Let me know if you're picking up any of these, if you try them out, if you have any like new holy grails, or if there's products that you think I need to pick up that I haven't tried out. But you guys, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you're new here, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. Hit the bell for notifications of new videos. And if you like this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. Until my next video, you guys, bye. I'll see you in the next one.